Imagine you're the chief city planner for a rapidly growing metropolis. Your job isn't to stop people from building new skyscrapers, right? Rather, you have to put in place the traffic lights, the zoning laws, and the safety checkpoints so the city doesn't just descend into absolute chaos. Well, for your AB 900 exam, that is exactly the mindset you need to adopt when looking at Microsoft 365 Copilot agents. You're learning how to balance the creative builders, the people who want to deploy these powerful new AI tools, with the strict governance rules necessary to keep your corporate data entirely safe. Let's dive into it.
Here is the exact roadmap we're going to follow. 1. Copilot agent types. 2. The agent approval process. 3. Roles in agent governance. 4. Managing updates and versions. 5. Governance policies and tools. And finally, 6. Security and compliance checks.
So as an administrator, you're constantly managing a core tension. On one side of the scale, you have the maker, your end users or developers. They are focused entirely on innovation. They want to drive efficiency and save costs by building cool, automated things. But on the other side, you've got the CISO and the CIO, and they are demanding data protection, compliance with regulations, and very strict risk assessment. Your ultimate objective as an IT admin is to balance that scale, ensuring that innovation happens, but only within a secure, compliant framework.
Section 1. Copilot Agent Types. Think of these as the workers in your Microsoft 365 city. First up, we have custom agents. Think of these like highly specialized factory workers on an assembly line. Technically speaking, they're built with highly specific, predefined instructions designed for predictable, rule-based tasks. For your AB 900 exam, remember that because they interact directly with specific business processes, they require strict admin approval before they can ever be published and made available to your users. Next are shared agents. Think of these as a department tool, kind of like a specialty printer installed in the HR office. These are created by one individual user, but they are technically configured to be shared and utilized by multiple users or a specific security group. Then there are first-party agents. These are like your full-time sworn city employees. They are pre-built directly by Microsoft. We're talking tools like the researcher, analyst, or writing coach. Because they're integrated deeply into Microsoft 365 services right out of the box, they act as native capabilities within your tenant. On the flip side of that, we have external agents. Much like freelance contractors hired from outside the city limits, these are created by external third-party developers or vendors. For the AB 900 exam, remember this. Because these agents originate outside your organizational walls, you must tightly control their availability and data permissions to ensure strict security.
Finally, we have frontier agents. Treat these like a highly specialized beta testing group driving experimental vehicles on a closed track. They utilize bleeding-edge capabilities or brand-new integrations. Because they are experimental, they require highly limited rollouts and intense, continuous oversight from you as the administrator.
Section 2. The Agent Approval Process. This is all about setting up border checkpoints.
Think of a security badge system at a corporate headquarters. You wouldn't hand out the master key to everyone in the building, right? Well, for the exam, you must remember the principle of least privilege. To manage these agent approvals, you should utilize the AI Administrator role or the View-Only Global Reader role. You want to reserve the highly privileged Global Administrator role solely for absolute emergencies when literally no other role will work.
The approval flow actually follows 3 distinct stages you need to know. First, submission. This is where a developer requests approval, detailing the agent's purpose, the intended audience, and most importantly, the permissions it needs. Second, review. Administrators and compliance officers assess the technical risks and organizational factors. And third, decision. You either approve the agent for deployment, reject it outright, or send it back for revisions.
So, to actually process these requests, you step into the mailroom, which is the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. You navigate to Copilot, select Agents, and open the Requested Agents tab. This is your dashboard to individually vet each pending submission and review exactly what data connections that agent is trying to establish.
Section 3. Roles in Agent Governance. It's really a collaborative team effort.
Let's look at how these roles collaborate to build a complete picture of governance. Admins, you are the gatekeepers. You evaluate the raw technical permissions, API access, and system compliance. But the business owner, they provide the real-world context. So, say the sales department requests an agent that pulls heavy data from Dynamics 365. You might just look at that and see a massive, risky data request. but the business owner can explain the operational justification for why that specific data access is absolutely necessary for them to do their jobs.
Furthermore, security and compliance officers partner directly with the admin. While you manage the overall interface and the technical workflow, security officers help spot broad access requests to highly sensitive information, stuff like financial records or HR files, ensuring organizational risk is minimized. A really great best practice to remember here is to systematically document these collaborative decisions using a tool like a SharePoint list, just so you have total transparency moving forward.
Section 4. Managing updates and versions. This is monitoring the ongoing building permits.
Inside the Agent Inventory tab, you monitor the ongoing status of your deployed agents. For your exam, know that this is where you check version history, adjust availability to dictate exactly who can install the app, verify capabilities and knowledge sources, and most importantly, check their underlying security certification, meaning you verify if the agent is officially publisher attested or Microsoft 365 certified.
Now you must proactively review updates to prevent automatic, unvetted upgrades from slipping through. Let's say an updated marketing agent suddenly asks for full CRM access when it previously only needed read-only rights. Yeah, you must catch and evaluate that change. Always maintain a rollback strategy. If an update breaks a workflow or causes disruptions, you need to be able to revert to the previous stable version immediately.
Section 5. Governance Policies and Tools. Defining the city's traffic laws.
Using the Power Platform Admin Center, you can enforce these laws seamlessly through data policies. You can restrict unauthorized connectors, which prevents agents from pulling data from unapproved external sources. You can completely block unauthenticated and anonymous users from accessing solutions, and you can enforce sharing limits so that makers can't distribute non-certified solutions too broadly across the enterprise.
But remember, governance isn't just about blocking users. It's also about enabling them safely. You have tools like Maker Onboarding to provide customized welcome messages and step-by-step guidance. You've got the Advisor tool, which continuously scans your environment and provides proactive IT recommendations. And you have the Catalog, a centralized repository where you offer makers pre-certified reusable templates so they can build their solutions securely right from the ground up.
Section 6. Security and compliance checks. Deploying the security cameras.
To enforce this at scale, you use Microsoft Information Protection, or MIP labels. Basically, you can force Copilot content to inherit Purview MIP sensitivity labels directly from your Microsoft 365 content. You also rely heavily on the Copilot Security Checker. It acts kind of like an automated inspector that warns makers of security risks before they even publish their agent. And you can view all of this from a single consolidated security page right in the Power Platform Admin Center.
So the crucial point is how you actually verify all of this is working. For the exam, you absolutely need to memorize these steps to run a standard compliance audit. First, navigate to the Microsoft Purview portal. Second, go to Solutions, then select Audit. Third, select Activities, Friendly Names. And finally, search for Copilot to filter the specific event logs. This allows you to verify that all agent activities align completely with your organization's policies. I highly recommend you log in and try this in your own tenant. Which leaves us with one final thought. What hidden risks might your organization be exposed to right now if you aren't already auditing your Copilot agents?